Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone universe has been constantly expanding over the past 5 years. Since he signed his multi-million-dollar deal with Paramount in February 2020, Sheridan has brought numerous series to life, including two Yellowstone prequels, 1883 and 1923. The expectation is that a third prequel, 1944, will hit Paramount Plus in the near future to continue the Dutton story. But is it possible that 1944 won't happen? The Yellowstone prequels have been an enormous success. The flagship series Yellowstone was such a massive success for Sheridan and the Paramount Network when it premiered in 2018 that they turned the Dutton family drama into a sweeping saga that traveled back in time to the family's origin. The first prequel, 1883, introduced fans to the Duttons, who settled in Montana on the land that fans know as the Dutton Ranch in Yellowstone. It was a limited series starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill that ran for just 10 episodes. But that was enough to see the post-Civil War generation of the Dutton family leave Tennessee and travel west to Montana to settle their land. 1883 also birthed the characters who would feature in the next prequel, 1923, that starred Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. This series introduced the post-World War I generation of Duttons, who fought to the death to keep the ranch. It ran for 2 seasons, with a finale that set ratings records for the franchise. How 1923 set up the next possible prequel, 1944. Just like 1883, the second Yellowstone prequel, 1923, laid the groundwork for a new generation of Duttons. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Paramount announced the series 1944 at the same time that they announced the ending of Yellowstone. Sheridan has yet to speak publicly about the third prequel, but the story could go in a few different directions. There's also a big question to answer. Who is the grandfather of Kevin Costner's character in Yellowstone? A baby John was born in the finale of 1923, but the grandfather's identity has yet to be confirmed. One would assume what it is at the end of the finale, but it still hasn't been confirmed. 1923 star Brandon Clennar said. So I guess we'll have to wait for 1944. Hopefully, they'll reveal that in the first episode, and we won't have to wait an entire series for confirmation of who John Dutton IE's grandfather is. Will the Yellowstone prequel 1944 actually happen? 1944 will likely focus on the great population decline that occurred in Montana due to World War II. The babies born in the previous prequel would now be in their 20s, but any other details about the upcoming series are pure speculation. It's not clear which Dutton will be the lead character or what kind of battle the family will be fighting. There hasn't even been any casting news. That's because there is no guarantee this prequel will happen. Sheridan is busy with shows like Tulsa King, Landman, and Mayor of Kingstown. Plus, he has Yellowstone adjacent series in the works for Kelly Rayleigh, Beth Dutton, and Cold Hauser, Rip Wheeler, and a CBS procedural for Luke Grimes, Case Dutton. There's also the new spin-off The Madison starring Michelle Pfeiffer. Sheridan's plate is full, so it's not clear how soon he could get 1944 on our screens. And Sheridan's contract will run out at some point. Plus, Skydance Media will soon be buying Paramount. There have been rumors of smaller budgets with the new ownership, and that could hurt a show like 1944. We also have to consider the fact that other rumored spin-offs haven't happened yet. Where is 6666? With no confirmation that 1944 is actually happening, fans will have to wait to hear from Sheridan himself. Yellowstone is now streaming on Peacock. The rest of the Sheridanverse is streaming on Paramount Plus.